Hi Capricorn, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2023. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing strong presence, but I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I more than appreciate the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't joined this Capricorn tribe already. I'm just now starting to clap. I don't know why, it was very random. But I feel like people are applauding you, praising you. I feel like eyes are peeled upon you in certain ways, or on your work at the very least. Your accomplishments is what I'm hearing, and your credentials. Interesting. So you could be looking to move it up as far as moving up the ladder, the corporate ladder, or in the company that you're working for. So it could be a promotion, a new department, again, a new job. But regardless of how it works out for you, I do feel like it's going to be a hard-working month for you in beginning to the year. Feeling like people are just impressed by you, okay? But as you can see, I pulled an overall tarot energy for your month, for your money and career, of course, and then we will speak upon two of the oracles that I pre-pulled as well. But we have the Justice card, absolutely beautiful. So it's a month of justice for you where you're feeling quite bold in your actions, in your movements, any tweaking to your process of how you accomplish your work, or even how you get things done at home, I want to say. That's going to work to your advantage, in your benefit. But I do feel like there's a balancing of the scales of justice in your favor in certain ways, a feeling that your hard work from the past is paying off, and even throughout this month, of course. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, okay? So I feel like it's a month where you're seeing levels of evidence that the wheel is turning in your favor, excuse me. A bit of a peaceful vibe about you at certain points, but then a very fiery, passionate vibe about the words you speak, the messages you convey, what you accomplish. I feel as if there are going to be certain obstacles if we're being real, okay? If we're going to be completely honest, certain little levels of frustration that could come to be if you allow it, okay? You could be working with some annoying people, or one specific person that you don't blend well with, right? Isn't your cup of tea. But I do feel like there's just this reminder to focus on the work at hand and just overcome the obstacles with ease, given I feel like you've dealt with similar obstacles in the recent past, or the past in general. But we do have the Gears card to begin for the Oracle. It's talking about money flow, hard work naturally. I feel like the gears of your mind working in your favor, okay? I do feel as if there is going to be a bit of a focus on the flow of money coming in and then the money going out, right? And sort of just flowing with that, and needing to recognize when you do feel the need to or have to spend money, say on bills, right? That's life. Or treating oneself in certain ways, or helping other people, the necessities, right? You're going to need to keep in mind and remember that the universe will replenish you as you have to spend money, okay? But don't overdo it, be smart. But I do feel a level of maturity and responsibility about your energy when it comes to saving money, okay? And paying bills off on time or early, and seeing oneself benefiting from that as well. But I do feel like there may be an idea, a business idea you received from spirit, or just sparked creatively, excuse me, recently or throughout this month, or an adjustment that you know needs to come to be. And I do feel like with putting plans into motion, spirit saying this is the month, or soon will be the time for you. You'll feel it intuitively to put these plans into motion, or just put that idea to use. And I do feel like, again, if you're looking to acquire a new opportunity, and a new opportunity for work, that's going to be easily acquired, given I feel like you're either overqualified or simply qualified and experienced and knowledgeable all the meanwhile. And I feel like you will communicate with ease. But I do sense that there's potentially levels of growth for some of you drawn to the reading, for a business online or in person. You could see potentially numbers going up at work or for that business. I do feel like some Capricorns drawn to this reading work multiple opportunities, whether it's multiple jobs, a business that you're running plus a job, And I do feel like this is working out in your favor, but Spirit's saying we don't want you burning yourself out, okay? Because I do feel as if balancing out what you're doing for work with your home life and running around accomplishing errands and stuff of that nature, taking care of oneself, it can feel like a lot at times, right? And I do sense that you are going to be going on certain rants throughout the month, and this will work to your advantage, but at the same time, take a deep breath, slow it down, take a hot second and think about the person or the group of people. They're saying the community potentially. Interesting, the building team aspect of that card. Okay, those are two different messages, but I read it as building team. Think about the type of people or person you're speaking to, trying to get a message across to, okay? And any interviews or meetings of importance, just go into it thinking with confidence, this is just a professional conversation, and you'll see that work in your favor, okay? Bear with me as I re-cleanse my energy. But we also have the gold card talking about solid finances, investing, integrity, and deep values. I feel as if you, at this point along your path, know your value, your worth, at least to a certain extent when it comes to a company you've been working for or you're about to step into, when it comes to interviewing, and when it comes to business growth, okay? Those who tune into your work or just benefit from your services or your products or your product. And I do feel like you value the hard work you're putting in, okay? They're saying the value of the dollar, okay? Or whatever currency you're using. But I do feel like your integrity is shining quite bright through the company you're working for, and or through your business, okay? I'm hearing you care, okay? You care. Sometimes that caring nature may weigh heavy on you, okay? Or on the manifestation process for you, but I do feel like that will come through in a positive sense at a certain point throughout the month where you care and somebody notices that, and then it could gain you an opportunity or an advancement in one way, shape, or form, or just more success. But I do feel like with the gold card, you have a golden touch, okay? What you touch turns to gold, or just is transformed in a beautiful way, becomes successful. And this will leave you with so much success throughout the month. But I do feel like naturally it's a month of solid finances, even though you have to spend money naturally throughout the month at certain points, and get things out of the way, you know, when it comes to bills and whatnot. You're seeing your savings go up, take an increase, and that's feeling good. It's feeling refreshing, because I feel like naturally, as hardworking as you are, it feels like there's more than one level of reason why you're motivated, right? And putting in the hard work, but you are thinking about your money, right? Money is on your mind, wanting your savings to go up, wanting that comfort, wanting to be able to pay things off, or just pay for things with ease, not to have to check or double check the price tag right before purchasing if you need it or just simply want it. Let's keep pulling. I feel like you could be starting a new bank account or just thinking about the bank that you have. Interesting. But long-term goals as well coming into play when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances. And I do feel like you're in a position of simple success. Interesting. Spirit's reminding you at certain points throughout January that the success that's coming to be, or that you're looking to achieve, doesn't need to feel complicated. And you may even find oneself sort of wanting to, I'm seeing the Hanged Man, wanting to adjust somebody's perspective at work, or that you know, and it's when they feel as if things should be complicated or a process should be complicated. It doesn't. It simply doesn't. But you will feel quite satisfied with the completion of a project, the completion of certain tasks at home, at work, both when running your business. It's just going to feel good to get things out of the way, checked off. We have the Strength card. Yeah, I really do feel as if there is a strong way about your Capricorn nature when you're running your business and or working your job or jobs, getting things done. People see you as a bold individual who just does the work, right? And does it well, does it right, and does it your own way. It's a sense of you marching to the beat of your Capricorn drum in a very passionate but grounded way. And it's like, nobody's going to get in my way. And if you try to adjust my process, I may keep an open ear, right? But I may not put it to use or just adjust my ways. Because I do feel like as well, there's a bit of a guarded sort of energy about you at work, at home, both potentially, but Spirit's saying it's valid. Okay, it's valid. But I do feel like in certain ways you could have heavy fire in your chart, because now look at this. The King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and Strength, which is Leo. What else do we have for Capricorn? Money and career. I feel like any moments where you take a hot second to laugh, to get a release at work, at home, it's going to benefit you greatly, okay? I also feel like if there are any moments in the month as you make your way through where you're feeling a little bit anxious or a little bit on edge, the energy doesn't feel right in the situation potentially, or your energy doesn't feel 100%, step away from your work or whatever you're trying to accomplish at that time, and you'll feel this coming back to oneself, or just the easing of your energy, your vibration even coming back to its high way of being, and therefore you can just come back to what you were trying to accomplish at that time, feeling 10 times better. And you'll remember that it shouldn't feel difficult to accomplish what it is for you at that moment, right? Regardless of how other people feel or the past has been. But I just feel like that could be playing into it, right? The energy in the situation and or yours could just be a little bit off and need a moment, right? You need a moment. In the situation, things will just feel easy when you're meant to accomplish it, okay? But I do feel like certain habits need to be cleaned up with your spending potentially, or just it feels like some of you are thinking about a job that you don't want to work anymore, or you could be wanting to move to a new place of residence, something of that sort. And I feel like you could even be reflecting upon past choices to cut out what you were putting your money towards, right? It could have been a car, living situation. It could have been a past job you gave up. And Spirit saying, don't question your choices, because everything's happening for a reason. And I feel like you're going to get a certain level of intuitive hits at certain points when to steer clear of certain people at work and or at home. Feels more work oriented for some, or for the majority drawn to the reading. And that is truly on point, okay? There's also a reminder, don't gossip at work and at home, okay? Especially at work, as I do feel like this could come back to bite you quite intensely or quickly if you choose to involve oneself. Okay, let people do what they do and just focus on your work. But the star card talking about how you are being viewed as a star in certain ways. If you work on social media or post on social media for your work, I feel as if this is going to be very successful, okay? But I do feel like there are certain choices you have to make in regards to your money, in regards to work, and this is going to benefit you. But I just feel like you may be feeling a bit indecisive. They're saying you could have heavy Libra in your chart where you don't know what to do, right? But Spirit's saying you have the answers within, or that specific answer you're looking for. You know more than meets the eye or than you give yourself credit for at times. And that's coming into play in one way, shape, or form. But I just feel like you have a lot to accomplish, okay? I'm now hearing people love you. People love you. And this is going to come into play and benefit you all. Meanwhile, how many times have I said in this reading, this will benefit you, this will work to your advantage? It just feels like a lot is benefiting you and working to your advantage throughout the month. But I just feel like this is your vibe, right? Okay, I have 18 million things to do. Let me just make a list and check it off one by one. Don't stress it. You'll get it done when it's meant to, okay? But this is also your vibe. Independent, strong, and reliable, okay? Mature all the meanwhile. But I just feel like there's part of you that just wants freedom. Some of you throughout the workday, or just the workday, you're looking at the clock, wondering when the day is going to end, even if you do enjoy what you do for work. But I do feel like some of you even feeling that way when running your business, right? You may need to think back to, at a certain point or multiple points throughout the month, back to the beginning of a work opportunity or business opportunity that you are involved in, right? Why did you start it from the beginning? If it's simply just for money, then so be it. But some of you may need an opportunity for work to be put onto your plate at some point in the near future that feels more fulfilling, right? That isn't just to make money, but it feels like you're thinking about your financial stability, and some of you needing more space, right? To work or to live, or both. Let's keep pulling. the Wheel of Fortune again is coming to mind. Look at that, Justice. So 2 Justice cards in your reading. I want to say financial justice, okay? But again, this having that golden vibe about it, because you have that golden touch when it comes to everything you decided to wrap oneself up in and accomplish throughout the month. But I do feel like there's certain levels of chaos at home. It could be noise factors, right? Who you live with potentially. It could be, this could be more so at work, right? Or it could be both. But I just feel like any fighting, steer clear of it. Somebody you work with and or live with could have abrupt energy, being a little bit too feisty, but just steer clear, okay? Steer clear. And some of you might just need to cleanse your energy all the meanwhile. What else do we have? Okay, here we go. The 4 of Pentacles. So I feel as if there's also a focus at certain points throughout the month on where your control lies, and to not try to control outside factors or people in the way they do things, because it's just, it feels like certain people's process may frustrate you, or you just simply know how to do it more efficiently. I'm hearing you have the answer, but I do feel like there's, again, thoughts of your financial savings all the meanwhile. But I'm gonna put this over here. We're gonna move this down just slightly and keep pulling. Yeah, I just feel like you want more control at times than you feel you have, but Spirit's saying where your control lies will feel fulfilling all the meanwhile. Interesting. It's about noticing it. Noticing it, if I could even say it. Bear with me. Let's pull for the middle. The Page of Wands, because I feel like this justice that you're receiving at certain points throughout the month will give you this new found passion, sense of passion when it comes to working. It'll kind of keep you moving forward, keep you motivated, or remotivate you. I do feel as if people are seeing you as somebody who's going places and will just do what they have to do when they have to do it, right? And I just feel like there's certain levels of victory because you're getting so much accomplished. But Spirit's saying as well, when you need to get it done, it'll get done, okay? If you can push it off at certain points, say to the next day or to the following week, do it, okay? Don't put too much on your plate, but it feels like you want to stay busy for whatever reason throughout the month, and you're receiving true levels of justice, once again, and abundance all the meanwhile. You don't get 2 justice cards, the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles if it's not going to be a very successful month. It feels like you're going through this balancing act, okay? And just putting in that hard work once again and seeing it pay off all the meanwhile, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.